Your life is not being destroyed by failure. It's being destroyed by distraction, slowly, silently, day after day. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize it's happening, because distraction doesn't look dangerous. It looks harmless. It looks entertaining. It looks relaxing. It looks like just 5 minutes. 5 minutes becomes 30. 30 becomes an hour becomes an evening becomes a habit, and habits become lives. That's how distraction works. It doesn't steal your future all at once. It steals it piece by piece, until one day you wake up and wonder where the years went. Think about how much information you consume every day. Videos, posts, messages, notifications, opinions, news, arguments, trends, content, endless content. More information in a single day than previous generations encountered in months. Yet somehow, people feel less focused than ever, less clear, less certain, less present. Because information is not wisdom, and consumption is not growth. The modern world is fighting for one thing, not your money, not your loyalty, your attention, because attention is power, attention is life. Whatever owns your attention eventually owns your future. Read that again. Whatever owns your attention eventually owns your future. Because attention determines action. Action determines habits. Habits determine identity, and identity determines destiny. That's why attention is your most valuable asset. More valuable than talent. More valuable than intelligence. More valuable than money. Money lost can be recovered. Time lost cannot. Attention wasted cannot be reclaimed. Once a day is gone, it's gone forever. Imagine someone stole 1 hour from you every day, every single day, for 10 years. You would be furious. You would call it theft. But what if you're giving it away willingly? What if nobody is stealing it? What if you're surrendering it? Notification by notification, scroll by scroll, click by click. The truth is uncomfortable. Most people are not tired because they're working too hard. They're tired because they're constantly switching focus. 1 minute on a goal, the next minute checking messages, then social media, then another video, then another distraction. The mind was never designed to function like this. It was designed for depth, not constant interruption. Deep work creates results. Deep thinking creates clarity. Deep focus creates mastery. But distraction destroys depth. And without depth, everything becomes shallow. Your work becomes shallow. Your relationships become shallow. Your goals become shallow. Even your thoughts become shallow. That's why so many people feel lost. Not because they lack direction, because they never spend enough time alone with their thoughts to hear themselves. The world is loud, constantly loud. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone wants your attention. Everyone wants a reaction. And if you're not careful, you'll spend your entire life reacting instead of creating. Creators shape the future. Reactors chase it. Most people spend their lives consuming what others create. Very few spend their lives creating something meaningful themselves, because creation requires focus, and focus requires sacrifice. You cannot focus on everything. You must choose, and every choice excludes something else. The moment you say yes to distraction, you say no to something greater. No to your goals. No to your growth. No to your future. Not forever. Just for today. But eventually, those days become years. Look at the most successful people in any field. Athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, writers, scientists. They all have one thing in common: focus. Not perfect focus, but protected focus. They guard their attention because they understand a truth most people ignore. Your attention is your life. Where it goes, you go. If your attention is constantly scattered, your life becomes scattered. If your attention is disciplined, your life becomes disciplined. It's impossible to build an extraordinary life with a distracted mind, because every meaningful achievement requires sustained effort, and sustained effort requires focus. The scary thing about distraction is that it feels productive. You watch a video about success. You read a post about discipline. You listen to a podcast about focus, and suddenly you feel like you're improving. But information without implementation changes nothing. Knowledge without action is entertainment. Growth only happens when information becomes behavior. Most people know exactly what they should do. Exercise, read, study, build, create, learn. The problem isn't knowledge, the problem is execution, and execution suffers when attention is fractured. Imagine planting a seed, then digging it up every day to check if it's growing. That's what distraction does to your goals. You never stay focused long enough for growth to happen. You keep switching, keep changing, keep chasing the next thing, the next idea, the next opportunity, the next shortcut. And because of that, nothing develops. Greatness is boring. Nobody likes to hear that. But it's true. Greatness is repetition, consistency, patience, focus. The same actions repeated for months, sometimes years, without immediate rewards, without applause, without guarantees. Most people can't tolerate that because distraction has trained them to expect constant stimulation. But life doesn't work that way. The most valuable things take time. Strength takes time. Wisdom takes time. Trust takes time. Mastery takes time. Success takes time. And distraction makes people impatient. It convinces them that progress should be instant, that results should be immediate, that effort should be rewarded quickly. When reality doesn't match those expectations, they quit. One of the biggest lies in modern life is that being busy means being productive. It doesn't. You can spend an entire day busy and accomplish nothing. Answering messages, checking notifications, watching content, switching tasks, moving constantly, yet going nowhere. Activity is not progress. Motion is not growth. Busyness is not achievement. The question isn't whether you're busy. The question is whether you're focused. Because focus creates leverage. Focus multiplies effort. Focus turns ordinary actions into extraordinary outcomes. Imagine if you protected your attention for 1 year. Just 1 year. No unnecessary distractions. No constant interruptions. No endless scrolling. No mindless consumption. Imagine what you could build. Imagine who you could become. The difference would be extraordinary. Because most people never experience true focus. They experience fragments of it. Moments of it, but never enough to change their lives. Your future is hidden inside your daily attention, not your intentions, not your goals, not your dreams, your attention. Show me what holds your attention every day, and I'll show you where your life is headed. The price of distraction is not obvious today. That's what makes it dangerous. The cost appears later, in missed opportunities, unfinished goals, wasted years, untapped potential, regret, lots of regret. One day, you'll look back and realize something. The biggest battle was never against other people. It was against your own attention, against the things trying to pull you away from what mattered, against the distractions competing for your future. And on that day, the question won't be whether you were talented, or intelligent, or capable. The question will be, did you protect your attention, or did you give it away because in the end, your life becomes whatever has your focus? Choose carefully.